big, beautiful, loving planet called Earth. So from week to week, it really depends on which week it is or how the week goes or what's happening that week. But it might just be every 2 weeks. Every 2 weeks, I have kind of a busy week. And most of it consists of being outside. And when I say that, I mean that, sure, it's most of the time I go outside, when I go outside, it's to go to the grocery store. It's to go to the movie theater. It's to go to breakfast or go to lunch or whatever that week has in store for us. And there's other things I do besides those 3 things. And just going to the pet store and looking at cats and looking at lizards and things of that nature. But I do go outside. I may not show it to you every single week or every single, couple weeks or whatever that is. But I do go outside. And I understand that going to the movie theater, it's indoor. It's an indoor movie theater. I understand that going to the grocery store, it's an indoor grocery store. Most of the stuff that I do outside this room would be considered going indoors to another location, but it's not inside this room. And whether it's going to a restaurant, like I said, whether it's going to the movie theater, whether it's going to the grocery store, whether it's going to whatever it is, every single thing I do outside, I want to film it. Trust me, I do. 100% I want to film it, but it's every single YouTuber has said this at least once in their YouTube world and YouTube life, where they're afraid to film in front of individuals because they don't want to get in trouble with someone because I don't want to get in trouble with someone because I filmed them would be filming them in a vlog. And now I know I have to get over this thing, but every single YouTuber will tell you that they're terrified that they will get in trouble with filming other individuals who probably don't want to be on camera. And, every single person it takes time for them to figure all that stuff out. And I love going outside. I do. 100%. Even though I may not be exercising or going to the gym or, going to... And it's not just a grocery store. It's like going to Walmart or going to Target or going to Best Buy or it's not just going to the grocery store. It's not just going to the movie theaters. It's not just going to a restaurant to eat. There are other things I do outside that you guys would be surprised I do. And just because I don't film it, I know everyone wants me to film it. But like I said earlier, it's about knowing that I don't want to get in trouble with individuals who may not want to be on camera and be put on YouTube or be put on the internet somewhere, and then I get in trouble and could potentially get sued. But I'm not saying that would ever happen, but I'm just saying, every single person is different. Every single YouTuber who's ever existed has felt this in some way, shape, or form. And I've been trying to grow out of that. I mean, I've filmed vlogs for you guys from VidCon and Comic-Cons and things like that in the past. And I want to do more of those types of things where I go to events, whether it's a Comic-Con in San Diego or New York or some other state or city in the world, and go to other YouTube conventions and go to go to Disneyland again or Disney World again for the first time in a long, long time, or go to all these places. And it's about one thing and one thing only that's stopping me, and it's me. And I know that. Well, actually, there's a couple things, but the main thing is me. I'm the person that's stopping me from making these things happen. And I need to get over, I don't know if you call it a fear or whatever it is, I just need to figure it out and get over it as quickly as I possibly can. Now, you're not allowed to film in movie theaters because of, copyright stuff. You're not allowed to, I'm sure you're allowed to at Comic-Cons and VidCons and Playlist Lives and all these other conventions that they have out there. You probably could film in there and, have a good time and upload it to YouTube and things of that nature. But it's all about the copyright and the music that they could potentially play at those types of events. But I mean, VidCon is a huge thing where you're allowed to film inside the convention center. You're allowed to film with other YouTubers. You're allowed to do all these things with social media influencers. Because that's the most important thing. Same thing with Playlist Live. Whenever that happens. Same thing with Comic-Con. But you kind of do have to ask permission first. And I'm not really... I mean, I'd like to say that I'm an extrovert. But there are some parts of me that's an introvert as well. So I'm kind of a little bit of both. And I gotta learn to stop being so much of an introvert, that introverted side of me, and start focusing on being the extroverted side of me. And that gives me energy, and that gives me the battery life, even though I'm not a robot or anything like that. That gives me the wherewithal to ask questions and do all that stuff. Now, I know asking questions is a wrong thing. It sometimes isn't the right thing to do, but that's just who I am. And a lot of you guys are going to be like, you're rambling on and on about all these different things, but I want to go back to the original point at the beginning of this vlog, is that I do go outside, and I do things outside, like going to the movie theaters, going to the grocery store, going to places to eat, going to conventions, all of that stuff. I do all of that, but I don't film every single thing in my life. And there's most times YouTubers don't film every single minute or every single hour or every single second, minute, hour, day or of the day, and that's okay. Only a little bit. You only get to see a little bit of our lives, and I'm going to try my best. Now, I'm not guaranteeing anything. I'm just saying I'm going to try my best to start maybe filming things outside within the near future. I don't know when that will be. Whether it be it could be a month from now, it could be 3 months from now, it could be 6 months from now, it could be a year from now. I don't know the full details of everything just yet, but we're working on it. I mean, that's what progress is about. It's about working how to be better in filming outside compared to in this room. With that being said, we've got a couple of birthdays to wish, and then I gotta do my outro. I want to wish Annalise Marie a happy birthday. And I'd like to wish... how many birthdays we got today? I want to wish Bella Hadid a happy birthday. And a happy 30th birthday to George Kittle. And that does it for birthdays today. So, everyone has a love story. And their true love story exists out there in the world. For me, she's a celebrity. She's a famous person. Whatever you want to call it. And she could be part of the YouTube world, she could be part of the music world, she could be part of the acting world, she can be a part of the modeling world, she could be a part of anything other than porn star. Let's just put it that way. There's no right or wrong answer, but I'm just saying I will never, ever, and I mean this literally, and I want you guys to hear this, I will never date a porn star ever in my life. Because that's just not who I am. Now, who knows what the future has, but I know for me personally, I will not date a porn star. Now, you can date whoever you want. I'm just saying for me, and maybe it's even a wrestler, a woman wrestler. Who knows at this point? That's all I'm going to say. She could be an acrobat. She could be a, what other things could she be? She could be an Olympic gold medalist. She could be a basketball player. She could be a soccer player. She could be a cheerleader of some sort. She could be a volleyball player. Anything that an athlete, any kind of athlete, or any kind of famous or celebrity or model or whatever it is, or musician, whatever it is. That's what she could be. And she could be like 10 miles away from me, or she could be 15,000 miles away from me. I don't know at this point. But I know that she exists out there in the world, and we haven't met yet. And we will meet at some point in our lives, but just not yet. And with that being said, I will see you tomorrow with a brand new vlog, and bye-bye.